Alright guys, good morning from Ohio. We'll get started here in just a second. I got my Keurig coffee machine fired up and we'll talk a little bit about Windows 11. Somebody from Germany said do more shows for Germany or something like that. Anyway, to that person in Germany, I believe good day, good morning is Guten Tag. And if Stephanie is watching this, she can correct me. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got my coffee for this early morning here in Ohio. Hope you guys are all doing well. Fresh coffee from Keurig. Alright, so for those of you watching, enjoy this ad-free version for Total OS Live. We're still looking for a sponsor for a possible Thanksgiving Eve show. I don't have any plans, and if you don't either want to sponsor a show, a live topic, let's do it. Alright, so Windows 11 in the developer update, there's going to be an update to the system, and by the way, installing Windows 11 on a Windows 7 machine has been a complete joy, unexpected, faster than some Linux-based systems, and yeah, it has been terrific. So let's take a look at this and see what they have to say. This is from bleepingcomputer.com. Alright, so Microsoft is gearing up to roll out an update for Windows 11 that will significantly enhance user control over built-in apps. Alright, so you will be able to uninstall a wider range of inbox apps. Previously, with some of the built-in apps like Camera App and Cortana, those of you who did not want to use this, whether they were good or bad was irrelevant because you could not physically uninstall them anyway. With the latest update on the dev channel, this is build 23585. This will give you a little bit more control over your Windows 11 system and possibly even some better performance to remove what we would sometimes called bloatware. And it says here that this update reflects Microsoft's ongoing commitment. Ow, this coffee's hot in the cup here. Anyway, this update reflects Microsoft's ongoing commitment to providing a more flexible and personalized user experience. So Windows 11 continues to impress. Yes, you can install Windows 11 on an older machine and have it run. Microsoft doesn't actually recommend it. Not sure if I do, but yeah, I mean, look, if you have a spare machine laying around, then yes, I do recommend that you can at least try to install Windows 11 on an older machine. If it doesn't work, hey, there's always Chrome OS Flex or Linux Mint or your Ubuntu flavored systems or whatever you want to install. But Windows 11 has been a complete joy. Very impressive, very surprised to see this. And, well, this morning I am streaming from Windows 11 on an old Lenovo machine. I do have an old Toshiba machine. This Lenovo desktop had Windows 7 originally, and now to Windows 11. Imagine that. All right, another quick sip of coffee here. Delicious. Okay, let's see what else we have for some Windows 11 news, and then we'll go into the chat, see if anybody's watching. All right, so this is from the PC World. All right, so 4 must-try new features in the Windows 11's huge, or as Bernie Sanders would say, huge 2023 update. I like Bernie. Anyway, new features to explore. Okay, let's see what they have here. So this is from PC World. Passkeys. If you have a Windows 11 2023 update PC with Windows Hello, you'll have access to passkeys, a password-free feature that can't get here soon enough. I'm not sure if I like this. A password-free feature. But I guess that's for you to decide. So we have passkeys. What else do we have here? Copilot. Once known as Windows Copilot, it says here that Copilot is basically Bing AI chat with the bonus you can give it commands to tweak your PC settings. Huh. Without knowing exactly how to do it. That sounds kind of weird, doesn't it? Okay. All right. Well, if it works, great. I tweak everything manually here, but hey, if it actually works to make this more dummy-proof, go for it. We're going to be upfront. While this is the flagship feature, I'm thinking of Godzilla -1 movie coming out. I thought he was playing tennis. Anyway, while this is the flagship feature of Windows 11's 2023 update, it's not its best, but it's absolutely something you can try. Okay. Copilot icon can be found in the taskbar. Okay. What else do we have here? Scrolling down. Paint. Paint's new lease on life. I don't usually use Paint that much, if at all. But I guess there's some new feature for Windows Paint. Windows Photo app has a new background blur feature. Snipping tool is Microsoft screenshot tool has super. Okay, something about that. Again, I don't really use those that much. Okay, but wait, there's more. It says here, if you're into gaming, for example, you can find dynamic lighting to be right up your alley, while productivity-minded folks will want to check out the File Explorer improvements. Okay. Well, I can dig some of this. So this is Windows 11 23's update is eventually being pushed. All right, very good. So this should be coming soon. So yeah, this is all good. I'm cool. Windows 11 is good. It's all good. So yeah. All right, let me grab my coffee again. All right, let me go to the chat here and see if any. Let me refresh this. I did an update to OBS. Looks like there's some kind of YouTube integration for all of this. Let me transition here. Do this, do that. Okay. All right, looks good. Looks like we're in the green. Okay, my OBS panel says there are a few people in this morning's chat. And if I'm sure I'll miss a lot of you, I guess I'll try to catch you on the next one. Seems like I always say that. Let me go here. Quail66 is in the house. Greetings. Good morning from Ohio. How are you? Are you a Windows 11 user? And by the way, I just ordered a new Android phone. Motorola is probably your best value in Android phones, based on my experience the last 4 or 5 years. So I'll have a report on the Moto Edge 5G that I got at a real good price for less than half off. Can't see myself spending $1,000, even $500 for a phone. I don't need the best cameras or titanium bulletproof iPhones or whatever they are. But anyway, been playing with it. It actually just came in yesterday. Been playing with it, waiting for a case for it. And looks good. OLED screen and all that good stuff. All right, so Quail says no. Linux all the way. Very good, sir. I usually use Linux 80% of the time. Windows 11 on a couple of machines has been, wow, pretty much flawless. I haven't had to fix anything or delete anything, so yeah. When I'm not using Linux Mint or Chrome OS or Windows, I'm using my Chromebooks. Well, Chromebook. The other one is older and it's got a little slower. But yeah, the Linux-powered Chromebooks machines, absolutely amazing. Amazing masterpieces for the masses. So if you haven't gotten one, you should consider getting one. Yeah. And now with 10 years of support, yeah, I think that pretty much beats out Windows and Macs. Does it not? I think so. All right, I'm going to get a quick refill of the coffee. Well, that went down pretty fast. It is kind of chilly this morning here in Ohio. Let me get a quick refill for my Keurig. I'll be right back. And anybody else who's watching wants to say hello. That's what I do these for. To that person in Germany, if you're watching, you wanted me to do more. You didn't really give a time, but I had some time this morning. Anyway, I'll be right back. Do not go away. I'll be back. Thank you, Arnold. Blah, blah. All right, got my refill of coffee. I'm back. If you haven't already, there's a terrific biography documentary on Arnold Schwarzenegger's life on Netflix. If you have Netflix, check it out. I don't, my neighbors do. There's also a bio on the life of Sylvester Stallone, Rocky himself, on Netflix. You may want to check it out. Excellent documentaries on how they got started from basically nothing. Yeah, sometimes determination can go a long way. Anyway. I wonder how much Windows machines will sell now that Chromebooks give you 10 years of support, and they generally start at about let me adjust my headset here. The Chromebooks generally start at about $200, so I'm curious to see how the Christmas sales go for Chromebooks and Windows 11 laptops. All right, got my sugar in my coffee. All right, I'll stick around a little bit longer. And yeah, I'm getting used to this new YouTube Live Control panel for OBS. It's nice. It tells me that the data stream is excellent. Let's see here. What else do we have? Viewers. Enable monetization. Okay, I have monetization, the ads disabled for your viewing pleasure, listening pleasure. Those of you who are watching this, you can always still contribute through the super chat. All right, the stream is excellent. Let me go back here to the actual chat. Let's see here. Razer is in the house. Gave Windows 11 a go. Let's say I didn't like it at all. Why is that? I've had no problems with Windows 11. Tried blocking everything I downloaded or ran. Blocking everything? I don't recall seeing that in my installs of Windows 11, so I'm not sure what's going on there, Razer. Yeah, on two machines, on my main Dell machine and my Lenovo, Windows 11 has been pretty much flawless. Are you talking about the security pop-ups to warn you if you want to install this or not? Is that where you're getting at? I generally bypass those anyway. I don't have a problem with that if that's what it is. Yeah, so far Windows 11 for me has been excellent. Hey, Joey! Give respects to Godfather Panico's in the house. Good morning, Joe, my old friend. How are you, sir? It's been a while. Says, good morning, Carmen, Linux friends. Good morning, everyone. Windows, Linux, Mac users, red wine, cocaine. Okay, well, maybe not cocaine. You know, first we had the movie Cocaine Bear, now there's Cocaine Shark. What's next, Cocaine Godfather? Snorting this cocaine. Godfather, wake up. Too much cocaine. What's up, Joe? How are you? Good to have you on the chat. Been doing these live chats at random. No one's giving me feedback on doing anything on the weekend, so I figured I'll just do these at random in the morning. Maybe people from overseas will stop in to say hello. Joe, what's new? I know it's been a while since we chatted. Nothing new here. I did get a new Android phone, the Moto Edge 5G. It's my first 5G phone. I'll have a report on that sometime down the line. Waiting for the case to come in. All right. Go back to OBS here. Stream looks good. Okay, I kind of like the new OBS panel. All right. Razer says, when I wanted to download a browser, it stopped it until I allowed it. Then once it was downloaded, the same thing happened when I tried to write about with multiple things. Okay, I could understand it stopping it to allow it. That's a security feature. Yeah, if you're having multiple problems with Windows 11, something's wrong. I would try a fresh install again, Razer. Or maybe it's something in the settings, but yeah, so far with Linux, Mint, Windows 11, and the Chromebooks, I haven't had any issues. Yeah, sometimes in the Linux Mint, after doing some updates, I have to reboot twice in Linux Mint to get it to run. It's kind of weird. Anyway, Joe says, long time for sure. I'll email you and catch up with you, my friend. Yeah, absolutely. Been catching them after that. Okay, very good. Yeah, it's Yeah, nothing really new here, Joe. My dad has been keeping busy in Italy. He's on he is on an Italian TV series in Italy called Sons of the People, or Children of the People. It's a six-part TV series, something like that. He's in the last three parts, I believe. Something that they filmed during the pandemic last year, and it's being shown there in Italy on Sky TV. We don't have Sky TV here in the States, so that's what's up with him. There's been some renewed interest in his film. God, this has been such a long, long journey, Joe. The pandemic obviously did not help, but there's been some talk about his film. Maybe during the holidays here, I'll show another short exclusive clip here during a live show from the film. Man, there's so much crap going on in the world, Joe. This is really a film that needs to be shown to spread the love, as it were. Anyway, I won't go there. That's the politics. So yes, I will tell Dad. Send your regards. He does know he has fans here in the States. I think it keeps him going at age 87 and still working in movies. Not that he needs it anymore, but the last thing he actually did it for free. He did it for fun. But this time I think he's being paid like, they're shooting something else. He's being paid like, I don't know, like $100 a day, which is peanuts. I said, Dad, really? Well, it's close to home. All right, okay, all right. Anyway. Joe says, I pray his film makes it to the theaters. It would do the world some good for sure to see. Yeah. It's a movie it's a story that needs to be told, and it's just an untold human story that I've mentioned before. Italians saving, Italian Jews during World War II there in Italy, and it's an amazing untold story. But yeah, and it has the movie has a happy ending. I've talked about this before, but you just don't see too many World War II, Holocaust movies with the happy freaking ending, because that's the way it happened in real life. Amazing story. So I pray to him also, Joe, every night before bed. Anyway, getting back to this. So we're talking about Linux and Windows. In fact, speaking of that, let me play more music here in the background of his tunes. For those of you who want to support the channel, there should be a link below to some Dad's tunes. I've disabled AdSense for these live podcasts for your viewing and listening pleasure, so no ad revenue is coming in for this month and next month. So anyway, where was I? Yeah, Windows 11 has been very, very good on two machines on this Lenovo, which had Windows 7, on my Dell. And both of these machines now are over 10 years old. What can I say? They run. I got them still chugging along. I keep feeding the squirrels in the hard drive, Joe, to keep them running, But, yeah. I was going to pick up a new machine, but I think I've decided to give my ex-wife a little Christmas gift. She's had a rough year with medical issues and other things. Not serious, but I feel bad. I want to do the right things. So I'm just going to give her a Christmas gift, and she can buy or do whatever she wants to do. So forget the machines for this year. I'll be fine. So, Joe, are you still using I forget. Are you using Linux Mint or Ubuntu? I've lost track. It's been so long. Man, we need to catch up. But yeah, here at the house, Windows 11 on two machines, Linux Mint on two machines. Still use my Chromebook. Although I don't use my laptops as much. It's mainly here this morning I'm running my 50-inch TV as I'm doing my morning leg and back stretches. Then of course my phone, but that's what I do tech-wise. Let me grab some more coffee here. Okay, so you got the latest Linux Mint. Yeah, I have it also. And Yeah, I just decided to stick with it, Joe. It's kind of fallen out of love with Ubuntu. Linux Mint, yeah, it just works. If it wasn't for Linux Mint, I may have stuck with Zorin, um, the lightweight version. I believe they're running XFCE. I did also install on another machine Linux Mint XFCE, by the way, on that one. I tried the Cinnamon, and the computer somewhat lagged on a 10-year-old processor. So yeah. Anyway, Mint, very good. Top three. My top three choices for newbies, or really anyone, that would be Chrome OS, number one, Linux Mint, number two, the Mate version, or Ubuntu Mate. And then Zorn, if you're into more eye candy, the GNOME version, they have tweaked it. Seems very good. All right, so Razor says Peppermint, Solidex, really? And Crunchbang, no kidding. Okay. Hey, whatever works, right? Man, I have become, Joe, I've become addicted to this Keurig coffee machine. I just keep it in my garage. I wonder if it's powered by Linux Mint. Nah, I don't know. I just like it. It's fast. I'm lazy to do it the proper Italian way. And anyway, on a coffee pot. All right, so you installed Mint on wife's new Lenovo Yoga. Ah, yeah, that's my Chromebook. I believe it's a Lenovo Yoga. Yoga Bear, Baba Boo. No, and it did not like the charger being plugged in. Did not like the charge. Really? Of all things, the charger problem? Huh. The screen would darken. Huh. So install MX23 KDE and it runs fantastic. That is, well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, Joe. You know, depending on the machines, Linux can be somewhat unpredictable, which is why I love the Chrome OS. Yeah, it's good to have a Linux standard, even if it's not for everyone. Having Chrome OS as a Linux standard for the masses, that's where people should start. Then if they don't like it, just move on. No big deal. Uses a USB-C fast charge. Yeah, that's what the Chromebook has. By the way, last night as I was transferring data from an older Android phone to a new one, I had to use the USB data transfer cable. I tried the Bluetooth way and it took forever. So I used the USB-C transfer cable and didn't transfer all the apps. I thought it's supposed to. I don't know, it's been a while. Anyway, I mentioned before that Motorola is probably the best value in Android phones. I picked up, and Amazon has these for half price, the Moto Edge 5G for 2022. The phone is about a year old, but I got it for half off. Actually, that's not half off. For a one-year-old phone, not bad. Not bad. Still get a couple of OS updates. 3 OS updates total on this particular phone. So yeah, I'm happy with Motorola's. Tried the iPhone once. It was okay, but I didn't like it. I like to have more control. Nice thing about the Android phones, just plug and play. Both Windows or Linux. All right, Joe, you also upgraded the storage to 7,700 megabyte NVMe. And it boots literally in seconds. Hey, that's Chrome OS speed. Cool, man. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, last week, don't know if you saw, I did a live streaming from the Chromebook uh, to my 50-inch TV. I just used HDMI adapter from the Chromebook. I didn't bother with the internal webcam. I have noticed with these laptops, the internal webcams are not very good. So I had the screen flat on the carpet staring at the ceiling lights. Yeah, just being silly, but it ran pretty good. Oh, you saw it on the replay. Cool. Yeah, I just used what did I use? StreamYard, which we've used in the past, and it works pretty good. It was fantastic. I'm still waiting for officially OBS Studio for the Chromebook or something similar, and Kdenlive or something similar for the Chromebook. I think it's being worked on, but as of yet, I've seen nothing there. The last time I checked for OBS Studio was a couple years ago on the forum, and there was some baloney that, well, because the Chromebooks are too slow and too locked out, it won't run OBS Studio, which is garbage. That's not true anymore, of course. But yeah, so until we get OBS Studio or something similar for the Chromebook, we'll have to use the web apps, which is fine. It ran pretty good. It ran flawlessly on my 50-inch. Anyway, this morning on the news, excuse me, I did catch some more ransomware news. And man, it is unbelievable, Joe, the amount of ransomware. You know, speaking of that, I have yet for anyone around the world or any news item to tell me that a Chromebook was hit with ransomware. I have never seen it, like zero. I'm not saying it's not possible, but so far, zero malware attacks on a Chromebook. That is insane. Which is why, if for someone who doesn't care for Windows and wanted to try something different, for what I've seen, and in my test, I've yet to see any malware hit a Chromebook. I'm not saying it's impossible. Anyway. All right, so Razer says OBS won't work with older graphics cards. It won't run on this PC. That may be true, Razer, but I was able to get OBS Studio running on this machine from 2011. I think the graphics card in this is from the Fred Flintstone era. But I've had to make some adjustments, 720 and not 1080p. But for Chromebooks here, there just isn't an official build for it. So, anyway. I've mentioned I'm curious how Chromebooks will sell this holiday season now that they have Google announced you'll get at least 10 years of support on the Chromebooks, which is awesome. And of course, now we got the Chromebooks Plus. Wouldn't mind having one of those, but that's going to have to wait. But I think it's great. It's great for consumers to have more choices. The local Walmart here has 2 Chromebooks for sale back in their TV department. In this little steel mill town of truckers, we have Chromebooks. Of course, if you ask someone about a Chromebook, their reply is, "What's a Chromebook?" And I have to explain it to them. Okay, Joe, I'll take a look at the email here as soon as I'm done here. I'll stick around a little bit longer. Good to hear from you. By the way, on a side note, key fob remotes for cars Don't ever break them or drop them. They are expensive to replace, or potentially expensive to replace. My son's got a Lexus, a used one. His key fobs went bad. He keeps dropping them. They broke. Oh, man. It would have been almost $600 to get two new key fobs, two new keys at a Lexus dealership. I was able to find someone here locally, got it done for about half the cost. So be careful with those key fobs. If they break, your car will not start. It'll just crank and crank and crank, and you'll go nowhere. So be careful. Ah, delicious coffee. Anyway. I caught something about today's cars, invasion of privacy. Don't connect your don't connect your phone to the Bluetooth in your car, or something about privacy and tracking you. You know, it never ends. It just never ends, but yeah. Razor says, saw a thing recently where someone owned a Jeep and was stuck in a car park because the software was doing an update. Well, it's a Jeep, so what do you expect? Yeah. I mean, that's just unacceptable. It's, you know, American cars, I don't know where they went wrong, Razor, but yeah, I refuse to, generally speaking, I refuse to even look at American cars. It's usually something Toyota or Honda built. I did buy a used Saturn from a friend of mine downtown. They run a local family car business, and that is the only reason why I bought it. Saturns were probably the last good, reliable GM vehicles. And of course, they had to dump them during the bankruptcy, but yeah, that's just unacceptable, you know. Stuck in the car doing an update. Okay. How long was the update? You know, some technology in cars is okay, but there is, too much of anything is not necessarily a good thing. So, yeah. I think when it comes to cars, I think backup cameras, yeah, as far as car technology, I think backup cameras should be a must. Bluetooth, obviously it's safer to drive, but if you're driving a car and it gets stuck, it won't start because of a software update. I mean, come on. I guess Chrysler is in trouble again. They need to lay off half of their workforce in the States, or early buyouts or severance or something. Razor says, imagine starting your car to find out Candy Crush got installed. Well, I wouldn't mind having her phone number, but a bump up. Yeah. I like my Saturn. It's been reliable. I mean, I had to replace a battery and alternator, but it runs. It's been reliable. You know, I think GM should bring Saturn back, but whatever. I've also seen where newer cars, they say, oh, you can wait 10,000 miles for an oil change. No. Yeah. 5,000 miles, maybe 7,000 miles. In the winter here in Ohio, definitely not that long. 5,000 miles or less is the way to go. You know, oil is cheap, engines are not. So, yeah. Razor says the last car he had was an old Civic. Sure, they still make, Honda makes the Civic. Very good cars. Our next door neighbor has one. She bought used. Got a good deal on it. Across the street, I have two neighbors with Acuras, Honda built. I'm the imposter with the American Saturn car. But it's comfy. Not good on gas. It's about 12 miles a gallon in the city. Ugh, ugh. But it's comfy for us tall drivers. I could fit 7 cheerleaders in there. But a bump. Psh. Anyway. Joe, you drive a truck or something? If I recall. They okay, Joe. Yeah, I just got your email. Yes, we can catch up soon. Absolutely. Anyway, all right. I'll stick around a little bit longer. I drank my second and last cup of coffee for this morning. See if anybody else pops in and wants to say hello. Then we'll wrap it up. But yeah, do not accidentally break your key fobs, because your key fobs has the chip in there for the car immobilizer, and if it breaks, your car will not start. I had to get 2 of them for the Lexus. So anyway, Joe, you have a 2014 Dodge Ram Quad with 33,500 miles. Oh, that's the baby. Wife and I are looking into a 3-row SUV, leaning toward the 2024 Honda Pilot. Excellent car, the Honda Pilot. Excellent. Considered the Toyota Grand Highlander. Okay, that I believe is a brand new model. The Pilot is the better value. Haven't looked, but okay. If the Pilot is the better value, that's an excellent car too. Yeah, sounds good to me. I did almost buy a Honda Pilot downtown at this family-owned business, and it didn't last long. I think they had it in a car lot about a week or two, and it was sold immediately. And when they sold that, that's why I wound up with the Saturn. It was not my first choice, but the price was right. The car was clean. I'm like, okay, fine. This is right. This was last fall, so I needed something before winter hit. And anyway, it's running. But yeah, I would say the Pilot is the better value. And they are nice, comfy cars. Yeah. Spin Viking popped in here at the end. This is hello, hi Tossin. Has anyone tried Edge Chromium's ChatGPT? I've not heard of that one, no. Joe says the wife has a 2018 Mazda 6. That's a car, isn't it? With 39,000 miles on it. Okay. See, low mileage cars. You guys don't drive that much, do you? Nice car, but time to update for her business and grandkids too. So you need to update the grandkids too? What, to newer models? But I think Scotty Kilmer likes Mazdas too. Yeah, new car prices, you've probably seen, Joe. It's, man, it's just pure insanity. I don't know how all these car dealerships stay in business anymore. Yeah. Speaking of cars, is there such a thing as Windows for cars? Or is it Android and Apple Play? Just curious. I haven't seen it, but yeah. My cousin Lisa, she's a nurse up in Pittsburgh. She had to buy a new car. Her Honda transmission crapped out after 7 years, which is unusual. She bought a new new Toyota Camry all-wheel drive, and they had a choice of one in stock, Joe. Like one. So she had to pay, at least they didn't charge her over sticker price, but she had to pay full sticker price, and yeah, there was really nothing I could have done. That's all they had, so what are you going to do? It's insane. Almost, it was over 40 grand. Wow. Anyway. You've had two Mazda 6s. The son has wife's old one. Been very reliable. Okay. You like the Mazda CX-90. I don't know what that is, but we need max space so the Pilot looks better. Yeah, absolutely. I did see that, Joe. Dealers are now starting to hurt with a flood of inventory. It's... Unlike Gordon Gekko in the movie Wall Street, greed is not good. So they are struggling. You know, you can't try and sell a car that's worth maybe, I don't know, 30 grand and try to get 42 grand out of it. It's just insanity. And personally, you know, if a person has, say, you know, 40 grand cash to spend or whatever, you know, getting a loan, and you have a choice between a Jeep 40 grand or a Lexus or Toyota, why in the hell would you want to buy a Jeep? Just a personal thought. CX-90 is the new Mazda SUV. Ah, okay, got it. Is that the one with the Skyactiv engines or something? Yeah, Joe, I would have to agree. It will be a great time to buy a car in the near future. Patients will benefit. Yeah, especially now during the holidays. Yeah, timing is everything. For my cousin, she bought the Camry. It was very bad timing, but she's a nurse. She drives back and forth to Pittsburgh. She could not wait for prices to drop. So she had to pay full sticker, but it is a Toyota, so, you know, I guess it's all fair. Skyactiv is correct. Okay. Maybe Microsoft should start building cars. I heard Chrysler's in trouble, so why not? It's the new Microsoft Cortana car or something. I don't know. At one time, it was rumored that Apple was going to build cars. Interesting. Joey says, God, no Microsoft proprietary transportation for the desperate. Yeah, I know. But heck, cars today are tracking everybody anyway, so what's the difference, right? I don't have that technology in my Saturn, thank goodness, but what are you going to do, right? Of course, if there was a Microsoft card, it would have lots of pop-ups, right? You would go to start the car, but wait, it would have a pop-up. Are you sure you want to start? Yes. Are you sure you want to go into drive? Yes. Right? Yeah, yeah. And crashes. Oops, yes. Bada boom. Although I haven't seen any crashes in my Windows 11, at least not yet. So maybe crashes are a thing of the past. I don't know. Yeah, Razor says every time you turn the ignition on, you hear the XP login sound. Yeah. Yeah, system crashes. Yeah, blue screen of death might take on a whole new meaning. Yeah, really. Yep, I hear you. Of course, we could have the Ubuntu car where I have no sound. And it says on the screen, dummy output. Okay, thank you very much, Ubuntu. Speaking of Ubuntu, I'm curious to try the next iteration of Ubuntu, the Accord, the immutable Ubuntu. I know, Joe, yeah. Next LTS, you'll have a choice to download the immutable Ubuntu. Nothing new. Chromebooks have been doing this for years. But hey, if you're going to copy something, copy from the best, I suppose. Yeah, I would rather have system crashes than car crashes, Joe. So, yeah. Razor says, done with Ubuntu. Snap is just awful. I generally try to avoid snaps. What's the other one? Flatpaks. I generally try to avoid them when I can. They're just unpredictable. But when they work great. When they don't, yeah. But I just don't care for the GNOME desktop. Just never could get into it. So I stuck with the Linux Mint Mate. So yeah. Just a simple interface. It's hard to beat simple. It just is. Yeah, I've taken a look at MX in the past. I thought it was fine. Yeah. Debian base, Wayland, and the option to boot system D. Yeah, no, I've taken a look at MX in the past, and it was perfectly fine from what I saw, Joe. I just, for now, I think I'm done with distro hopping after many years of doing it. I thought I was done in 2016 with Ubuntu. Then they went to GNOME Desktop. I hopped some more, and it was just annoying, to be quite honest, Joe. Yeah, I just got tired of it, so I'm sticking with my Linux Mints, my Chromebooks, and Windows 11. Less is more, right? less time messing with things means more free time for yourself, right? That's how I see it. So with Chromebooks, I don't have to fix anything. With Linux Mint, I don't have to fix anything, but yeah. Just to explore. Yeah, I mean, I still take a look at them, sure. Yeah, no more hoppertitis. Hop to this, hop to that. It's like I was just hopping from bugs to different bugs. It's kind of pointless. You know, and then when Chromebooks outsold Macs during the pandemic, I was like, really? Oh, there you go. I like this song by my dad playing in the background. True love never dies. Amen to that. Razor says Unity was a mess. I actually liked the last version of Unity, Razor, in 2016. I thought it ran great. I had it on 2 machines, and then Ubuntu dropped it. So that was the end of, pretty much the end of Ubuntu for me. Gaming has performed well on AMD system with Mint Cinnamon. Good, good, yeah. Yeah, I installed Cinnamon. I liked it, but a little slow on an older machine, Joe. So I installed the XFCE version, but yeah, Cinnamon looked fine. Linux Mint, along with Zorn, they have come a long way since their humble beginnings and have done very, very well. That's why I also consider those Linux quality standards. They just work. Yeah, Joe, Zorn is polished. Absolutely. Yep. Although I dare say Windows 11 looks pretty good too. I mean, you know, I'm not into heavy customizations anymore. I just want it to work, you know. Someone asked if you could still install Windows 11 on the machine that has Windows 7. I think Microsoft has put a stop to that or tried to. I don't know if you still can. I was able to. And it seems fine. Just make sure you have at least 4 gigs of RAM, although this one I have 8 gigs of RAM, but yeah, at least 4 gigs, preferably more. I have not tried that Linguini OS. What is it? Lingmo OS? Chinese distro? No, have not tried that. No Oriental distros here. Yeah, Windows 11 invasive, yeah. I mean, that's just the way it is. I don't care for that either, but I haven't noticed any bugs. It just works, so yeah. Ubuntu codecs removed from the forks, so to use Parole, Celluloid, or VLC, you must install the snaps. Ah. Okay. Okay, yeah, I mean, I have a few snaps installed here and there, but then generally try to avoid them. Too much strong arming from Microsoft. Well, yeah, I mean, look, I don't care for the politics of the system, but that being said, does it work? It does. Yeah. And I think once you get on the web, can you really stay private anymore? I don't know. It's impossible, it seems. One of my friends just picked up a new HP machine from Best Buy. So last week, I had to give her a few lessons on using it, and she got used to it. It's not that hard. I did some tweaks to the system. Mainly for email and stuff like that, so it works. Hello, Yugi. Welcome. You know, with the holidays coming up, I have to admit I love the Christmas music. I don't care for all of the capitalism that surrounds it. It's not for me, but I gotta admit I love the music. Speaking of music, our singer pally Slim Man has a new album out. You guys want to check it out? Slim was kind enough to do a couple of live shows for us during the pandemic. He's released an EP, Slim Man Bonafide. It's called Bonafide is Slim's jazz funk band. And one of his tunes is being considered for Contemporary Jazz Song of the Year. The song is called Lunch with the Queen. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind having lunch with Taylor Swift. Anyway, check out Slim Man on YouTube and the song Lunch with the Queen. Cool dance tune. And thank you, Slim, for giving us some entertainment. All right, we've been off for over an hour. I'll stick around for a little bit more. Then I need to wrap this up and start my day. And have some breakfast. Here across the river in West Virginia, there's a famous restaurant called Primanti's. They make somewhat world-famous sandwiches where the fries are inside the sandwich. Don't know if you guys have heard of that. Primanti's, as my friend called it, Primates. Primates restaurant. Thank you, Arnold. I'll take a big sandwich with some big fries. Search Primanti's restaurant. Delicious. Yugi likes Firefox. I prefer Chrome or Brave. I use Firefox, but I prefer Chrome or Brave browser. Those two seem to give me the least amount of issues. All right, shall I leave you with the Rodney Dangerfield joke? Let's see. My wife's Christmas cooking is so bad, I saw the flies fixing the door screen. But a bump bump. Ouch. Anyway. You had a rough week last week. I went to see a Christmas hooker. I dropped my pants. She dropped her price. But a bump bump. Anyway, little humor for the holidays. God bless Rodney. Oh, that's a classic. Yeah, haha. All right, is there anything else before we wrap this up for this semi-adult version of Total OS Today Live? Gotta laugh it up, man. A lot of crap going on in the world, right? My wife says, take me someplace I never been before. I say, yeah, how about the kitchen? Aha. Boom, boom. Yugi likes Chrome OS. Long live Chrome OS Flex. Sure, it works. I thought I would see more Chromebook commercials for the holidays. Maybe they're coming. I don't know. Of course, the Black Friday specials have started already. Every day's a Black Friday special now, right? Yeah, Joe, give Chrome OS Flex a try. I actually had it installed on the machine on that Toshiba laptop I had that had Windows Vista on it. I thought it was okay. Yeah. Yeah. For what it was designed for, it was fine. Yeah. All right, we will wrap it up for this one. It was great catching up with you, Joe, and everybody here. I wanted to start my day, have some coffee, and I mean, I already had my coffee. I want to have some breakfast. No more coffee. I'll be jumping all day. But anyway. All right, so that's it for this. Windows 11 gives you more control. If you missed it, basically the next update with Windows, they're going to give you more control to delete the default apps, less bloatware, which is good. Thank you, Microsoft, for giving us a little bit more control over Windows 11. Still like my Linux, though. Not going to change that. Anyway. All right, so I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm thinking about a Thanksgiving Eve live show since I don't have any plans. I don't know what the weather's going to be like here in Ohio, snowstorm or sunny or not sunny or whatever. But anyway, we might do something then. We'll see. Nothing planned yet. So Joe, great to hear from you. Yeah, we will catch up. Everybody else I miss from the Linux 8 team and all of the contributors to the channel. Thank you. Those of you who chip in to pay for all this, it is greatly appreciated as always. I don't know, maybe Thanksgiving Eve we'll do a fundraiser for Feeding America or Ukraine or something. I don't know. I'm just brainstorming now, Joe. All right, that's it for this one. I will catch you on the next one. So, arrivederci. Ciao.